Hello, this is King Rex coming at you. I'm going to try to start a series of Euchre games. Right now I'm going to use this format. This is a Hoyle card game thing. I don't even know if they make it anymore. I'm going to use this format. Hopefully this can be instructive and help people play better at Euchre. Right now they've already dealt the cards. See the little D here on the dealer. This really isn't nothing to call it on, so I'm about to pass. This is just one of those cases where you get a terrible hand and you can't call anything. So the deal's going to pass to the next guy. I don't like passing and not calling it, but really not getting a chance. Well, this one is actually pretty good. It's got 2 diamonds, and this will make me 3 diamonds. So I'll definitely call diamonds. I do believe that you should call it if you have 3. If you have 3, you really don't have much of anything else. Now, you did grab that first one. I have 2 choices here. I can hope for Rhett to get it, which I'm going to try and throw off, and he did take that for me. I do have to throw a diamond here. So I have to get one of these 2 through. They're actually pretty equal right now because all the diamonds between those 2 are used, and I made the point there. There are some people that wouldn't call that because they don't like calling without the right bower. As you see, you have 3 of them. I didn't have good offsuit. I wasn't too suited. And another important thing I did there was when I threw off on that one card when Captain Scurvy led a 10, I let Rhett take that trick by throwing off, which left me nothing but trump left. I was hoping he'd either be able to trump it or at least put a card out there better than what Jack had if it come down to him having spades. Now my partner's the dealer, which means I don't have to have as much to call it. I do have 2 really good ones in the left and the ace, and I would be giving him the king. And I have an ace to back it up. This is a borderline call, but I'm going to try to see what happens. This little D here is always here for the dealer. So we're going to order that up and see what he can do with that. Now here, they led right into what we wouldn't want him to. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing I did last one. We'll see if Rhett can take it. Rhett took it. See, I gave my partner a chance to take that. And now I'm going to throw out the ace. I'm going to lead this ace and hope that it goes through, and of course it didn't. But we still made the point. I could have let the jack out first, but right there, twice in a row, I let Rhett take a trick, threw off something bad, and he took the trick for me. That's one of the big things people don't do. When they call it, they act like they have to get it all by themselves. Give your partner a chance to take a trick. You have a partner for a reason. If you're going to play like you're going alone, you might as well just go alone. I have the jack, but there's no way I'm calling it on one card and giving him one, so that's an obvious pass. They say you should call next, but that's really too weak. So once again, I just really don't have enough to call it. He made next, so if your partner calls it and you have the either bower, always lead the bower that you have. Worst case scenario, drop out the jack of spades, and all he seemed to have was the jack of spades. If he called it on one card, that's pretty bad, because we'll probably get euchred. I'm going to go ahead and take this one and hope he can take a trick somewhere, which it's not looking too good for us. Well, he had 2 of them. He had the ace. I thought he called it on only one, so he called next, which is kind of iffy, but we got through. We had a good hand that combined together. But it's right to always throw. If you have your partner calls it and you lead, throw a bower. Generally speaking, if you throw that bower, you're going to be doing good. Some people never pass up on a jack. This would be a case where you could. You are going to be too suited, so I'm going to pick it up. You have to show your discard. This is kind of a risky one right here. We don't have anything, so I'm going to go ahead and throw out this 10. Because I have so many clubs, it probably won't make it through no matter what. I'm really depending on my partner grabbing something here. Well, there he did. He got us. That's our point. I have to throw this here. And he had a bunch of them. I guess he took the last one. But That was another time where I threw off once again, let my partner take a trick for me. Most people just trump right in on that. So you can see the importance of playing with your partner. Not, I mean, if you play where you act like you have to get all the tricks, you're playing against your partner, not with them. This would have been a great one to have a red card come up, even though it's theirs. I'm going to pass because there's no chance. They're not calling it for some reason. I have it set to the medium level. I really didn't set it. There's only 3 levels. I was just playing to inform them. Once again, I have 3, and then I also have an ace to back it up. So I'm definitely going to call diamonds. Even if that I didn't have a bower, I would have called diamonds there. Rhett threw the heart. I threw my last heart out, and he got the trick. That's another good lead for your partner. Throw out an ace and see if your ace can make it. I'm going to try to take this one cheap, which I did. We need to only get 1 or 2 of these. I'm going to try to fish out anything bigger than that. Now, if he has a jack of diamonds, I'm screwed. Which he didn't, because he would have jumped on that. I think with the I could see him not doing that. Once again, my partner helped me with his ace, and that's what's happening every time. This is a game of partners. If your partner doesn't help you and you don't let your partner help you, you're not going to win. Nothing to go with that. So I pass. I will do diamonds again if it comes to me. Anytime you're 3 with 2 suited, I really like that. Since this is an ace, I'm not going to depend on my partner to grab it. Before when I was doing that, it was a low card where he might have the top card in the suit where he could trump it. This time, that's not happening. So we're just going to throw out that 9 of diamonds, hope we grab it. Jack and 10 of clubs, no difference. Partner helped me, got a trick, so we should get it. Well, he's got another trick for me. It's another thing. See how smartly he did that? You have a bower first chance, lead it out. Let your partner take a trick. Well, I was gambled that that would be the card because my last card sucks. Too bad he didn't throw those aces opposite, but we got 4 tricks. Always watch where that's at, because once again, if it was my partner, I would call that. If I could pick it up, I would take it. But I'm not putting the ace in his hand with jack 9, so we have to pass. He made it, so that's not the worst. We have this in our hands. I'm going to void out my club. Oh, he called it alone. And, well, he's not getting it alone. So he obviously has a good hand. He's probably going to get the rest of the tricks. I mean, he had a really good hand. It just we beat him on that one card because we had it. I mean, that was a good call by him, though. You can review the tricks. This shows you what he had. Definitely a loner. A lot of people don't like to call it alone without the right, but look at that. I mean, either I had it or his partner had it. If it would have been in his partner's hands, they would have scored 2 instead of 4. So, yes, definitely a good call there by the computer. I wanted to recognize that. Don't be afraid to go alone because you don't have the right. Because if you have the other cards behind it, either that's in your opponent's hands and you're not going to get 2 points anyway, or if your partner or the kitty's going to have it and you are going to get 4 points. So why not go for 4 instead of 2? I dealt this. This is terrible, so we're going to pass. I don't have anything to call it on. If I had to call it something, if you're playing the game where you make the dealer call it, I'd had to go spades. Or I might have at that point picked the 10 up because that'd have been just as good. But once again, that's 3 times in a row. I mean, 2 times out of 3 where I had a crap hand when I dealt. That doesn't generally happen. That's another thing I don't like about these games is you'll get cards in a way that you won't normally get them. I mean, if I deal, I can usually call it. He called spades. I have no spades, so this is going to be rough, especially after that. Also throw away your lowest card first. These queens are equal, so it doesn't really matter. Hopefully I can get this through. Of course I did. So we're going to probably get 2 points here. Just because, well, we didn't. Rhett saved us, but I just had a nothing hand that time. It happens sometimes. I've had it happen 4, 5, 6 hands in a row before. Sometimes you're going to have bad luck. You're going to lose no matter what. Granted, we're winning the game overall, but that hand, we just had bad luck. Now, my partner dealt it. I have no hearts. I do have a good helping hand, so I wouldn't mind him taking it because I have 2 aces. I really don't have anything to call it on. He made clubs. I have 1 club and an ace. I don't see what's going on here. He called it alone, I guess. That's what's happening. Now, if you have two eight, now generally speaking, if you have two aces, you do not lead an ace. You want to lead something else. You want to lead one of your two aces, but since one of my aces is a trump card, I don't want to lead an ace. I want to lead something else. So I'm going to lead diamonds and hope something else happens. He should have led. He's going to pull my club. I'm going to hold this ace of spades to the end. You don't have any diamonds, so now let's just toss the diamond. He's loaded again. I guess I could have held the queen. I would have never held that to the end now. I'm going to see what he had to begin with. All right, see how he had it? Both jacks. That's two tricks. And he had three other pretty good cards. Because even though he had this jack at the ends, he had the ace to back it up. So once again, a really good loner there. You can't do much about that. And they tied the game. I guess there's a rule where they don't lead. He should have been in the lead, though, because he wasn't the dealer, which confused me. I didn't even realize he called it because of that. He dealt. I have nothing to go with that, so we pass. So I'm not getting anything to call it on after a couple times. That's one thing I don't like about these. The odds of you just getting crap all over again, like this time. I can't pick that up. Usually you can pick the card up because you're choosing out of six, but once again, I can't pick the card up. So unless it goes all the way around to me, even on four suited, you generally shouldn't do it. I got the jack, the ace, and another ace. I'm going to go spades and hope something works for me. Well, that worked out well. Rhett took one. If this gets through, we're in real good shape. I'm just going to throw the king and hope we get lucky. Oh, we did get lucky. I don't know where the spades are right now. They must have been all sitting in the kitty. Oh, he had the jack. They were mostly in the kitty. I'm going to do a review tricks again. See, he had no spades. I only had two. He had two, and then he had two really low ones. But that was a borderline call, but because I had an ace of one of my offsuits and jack ace, I did it. It was one of those situations where I was like, okay, I'm doing so poorly. Well, normally I would push that into their hand, but this is kind of weak, especially in the offsuit. We're going to try it. We're going to order that up. See if we can get something. Well, he's got this, so I'm going to try to grab it. Because I don't have aces offsuit, I'm not going to lead out a spade. He's got that one too. So the nice thing here is because he's in the lead, I can take with my high one. If he had led that would have been different. Then I can go with my low one and get my points. He probably would have called that anyway. And he had a pretty darn good hand to do it. Now, this is my partner's, but once again, I don't have any cards to even call that on. And I don't have any cards to call it on again. I mean, the only thing I could do is say, well, my partner didn't pick up a black card. Maybe he has red. I'll call diamonds. But I'm not going to do that either. Oh, he called spades. Oh, man. He called spades. I have to kind of go low here and hope that this king can get something later. And, of course, it's not. So he led it right into his hand perfectly. Maybe I should have called diamonds. He had the jack. Here's the red jack. I'm going to... At least he stopped the two. Oh, he had the jack of hearts, so it would have been a tough. Well, yeah, he had three diamonds. If I'd have called it diamonds, we would have been good. Even though he had two, he would have had nothing. And these jacks would have been useless if it had been called diamonds, because jacks aren't useful unless they're trumps. So that's when we can kind of say, when my partner turned down a black card, I'll call red and hope that they have something. But then you're really playing based on what you think your partner has. We'll pass this for sure. No diamonds. If it gets back to me, he took it. I would have called hearts. If we put it out there, I would have called hearts if it would have got back to me. But he took it. He's probably going to hammer me down. And I don't even have a diamond to stop him with. And he did not have very much. That's the bad part. I would have got hearts through, probably. He had that other jack. But now we're at 1 point. I doubt get a terrible card up. And of course, he calls it up on me. Well, I don't like any of the cards in my hand, but I am of the idea, and this is a big thing people need to learn to do. Why would I throw away a singleton ace to have less suits when none of these cards are going to take anything anyway? Most people would have thrown away one of these two aces. Those aces are good, so we're going to hold on to the ace. Like I said, diamonds are probably exhausted at this point. Oh, that guy actually has a diamond. He screwed himself. Don't double lead like that and put your partner in a predicament. Spades or trump, I can't really do nothing there. I don't know what he called it on, that he's not leading a spade out. If this can make it through, which it did, so I got one trick for him. He hopefully always got the jack. He didn't throw the jack out there because he didn't want to pull my only trump, but when he gave me the 9, he shouldn't be worried about pulling my trump out. We did win. Captain Scurvy, the pirate parrot, did get a loner through. So if you can win when your opponents get a loner through, that's a fairly good hand. I know that they really weren't calling very aggressively, but I think this is an instructive video. You've seen what I did several times where I could have trumped a card, but I threw off and voided the suit out of my hand and let my partner take it, and it worked out for me a lot. Also, count on your partner generally to get one trick. If you think you can get two, call it. This will be the end of this video. I'll probably do another video right away too, just because this is pretty short. It's a 17-minute video.